Hey, accountability buddies, it's Les, and this is vlog number 36. As you're watching this, I have forgotten, I realized to upload vlog number 35. Last night I got out of work late, and then DaVinci Resolve had an update that it needed to download, and then I accidentally deleted something from the download, and I had to go back and re-download it. Last night was a mess. And so I processed the video this morning and completely forgot to hit the upload button. So tonight when I get home from work, I will upload that and you'll be able to watch it. And then I'll start processing this video. Obviously, like with these videos, the largest amount of processing for them really has to do with the audio processing. I do try to record kind of the cleanest audio I can, but I'm in an environment where there's background noise, there's traffic, and maybe I should try and find a different location to record the verbal audio. But the car is usually okay. It depends on where I'm parking it, and the work parking lot is just not great for it. It's next to a busy street, and it's kind of dumb for me to record here. But regardless of that, I am recording. And so today we've got a super warm spring-like day, which I'm excited about. So I am going to go out and I'm going to get in a walk. I've got about 45 minutes before I got to be at work. And so I'm going to get in a nice 45-minute walk, and I'm going to go get myself a hot cup of coffee. So I did want to talk about what happens after, for me anyway. So I'm going to preface this by saying these are effects for me after my blood sugar drops. So one of the things that happens with type 2 diabetes, depending on the medication that you're on, some of the medications don't have the side effect of low blood sugar. I'm on 2 different medications where that is a side effect. And for me, so one of my medications, the effect of it is that I really don't feel hungry for most of the morning. When that medication is working as it should be, and the combination of that with my protein shake, I really don't feel hungry until lunch. I'm also not a snacker, so like eating something small between my meals, especially in the morning hours, is just, it's not something that I naturally lean towards. So the 2 medications that I'm on do have the side effect of low blood sugar, over an extended period of time or after exercise, which obviously in the morning I am taking a walk, which does lower my blood sugar. But the effect of exercising is that it helps maintain the blood sugar at a steady level once you're done with the exercise, at least for me, for my body. But the thing is that for me, I usually eat lunch between 11:30 and 12:30 every day. And if there is more than a half hour wait, or a half an hour between when I really should eat and when I can eat, like a full meal, my blood sugar starts to drop pretty quickly. Because generally my blood sugar throughout the morning is well within range where it should be. And then it starts to lower, and I feel fine until it hits about 60, which is low. And when it starts to drop below that, I start to feel worse and worse and worse. And then when it gets below that 60 mark, I start getting a headache. I also I get a little confused. It definitely impacts my memory. So I get a headache. I have like a little mental brain fog type stuff going on. And I'm just not as clear in my thinking. And it kind of hits me pretty quickly. It goes from like 0 to 60, metaphorically in terms of cars, very fast. Like within that half hour, it once it hits 60, it starts dropping more quickly. And so this is really new for me. I haven't had this as a problem. The medications are relatively new. The exercise is definitely new. And so the hard thing for me is recognizing the early signs of lower blood sugar because I'm not familiar with it. It's just not a place my body has been for a really long time. So for the second week in a row, our meeting on Thursday went through lunch. I didn't have something with me that was appropriate for me to eat or snack on. So I was like, well, we're going to be done in like 5 minutes. And then it extended another 10 minutes and then another 15 minutes. And then a half hour had gone by and I just felt like crap. And so then someone wanted to have another meeting with me and I just looked at them like, nope, sorry, can't do it. Because at that point I already had a headache. And when I get a headache, that's a clear sign that I need to stop and eat something. So what I wanted to kind of touch on is like the effects of that don't just stop the minute I eat, or once I get some food in me. And the goal is generally to bring your blood sugar levels up into range rather quickly. So like eating between 10 to 20 grams of carbs for me helps bring that up into the appropriate range, and then I start to feel better. But I've found that later that evening I feel more tired. I am I'm just mentally exhausted too, physically and mentally exhausted. I just feel tired earlier than I normally would. I'm someone that goes to bed between 9 and 11 o'clock at night, but I would be, last night in particular, I was exhausted at like 8, and I was mentally done around 7. So those are things that happen. And then also I have a headache I still have a headache today, but I think it's a combination of dry air, spring's come in, or allergies, but that low blood sugar headache doesn't just go away as soon as I eat something. It lingers for a while, and sometimes it can linger until the next day. And so this is why it's so important for me to make sure that, oh, hey, the meeting's going long, I'm just going to grab something and eat. And so now part of my meeting plans involve me bringing an appropriate snack for me to eat in the middle of a meeting, or because the meeting has gone long. And really, why are we scheduling meetings at lunch anyway? But that's beside the point. I think for type 2 diabetes, for me, it's really important that I keep that blood sugar level within the range of between 70 and 120, so that I feel good and that it doesn't impact my evening and my next day. Because last night I was useless. I probably could have powered through and gotten the DaVinci Resolve thing installed, but I think I couldn't physically do it. And it's super frustrating to have all of these changes in my life, and not be able to do the things I used to do because I don't recognize the signs of low blood sugar. And I think I'm obviously getting to a point where I'm like, oh, hey, I know I need to eat something. It's 12:30. And also refusing to take a meeting immediately after a meeting. So, that's kind of what I wanted to touch on, is taking care of myself and recognizing low blood sugar, but also recognizing the after effects of having low blood sugar and realizing it's not just what happens to me in that moment, it's also what happens to me that evening, several, 6 to 8 hours later, as well as the next day there's an impact. So yeah, I'm just kind of thinking about those things and how that's impacting me, and it sucks. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to go for a walk. Thank you for watching. I hope you made it through this whole thing, as I know it's a rather lengthy rant on keeping your blood sugars level. So yeah, thank you for watching. I appreciate all the views. I appreciate the thumbs up. I appreciate you for watching, and I hope that you find this helpful and motivating, and if you need some accountability assistance, feel free to leave a comment about what you need assistance with, and hopefully we all can support one another in our accountability journey for healthiness. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.